Oh, hello. I can't hear the fucking guitar. It's got noise, really. No, it's got noise cancellation. We are the oval teenagers, little girls and boys. We are the oval teenagers, little girls and boys. That's my Halloween song. And what have I got to celebrate? A cup of Ovaltine. Now, for those of you who aren't privileged enough to be English, this is a malty milk drink. It's like liquid Maltesers, really. It's so good. Hello, Alan. Lovely, lovely. Right, we got so much for you. I've got so much. What's that? Is that in my eye or on the? I was about to say on the screen. I meant one of those screens that's balancing on my nose. I'm so pumped. I'll tell you why I'm pumped. You know, I've been talking to you about about having a moustache stuck to my nose with Ovaltine. Oh, I didn't even get rid of it. I think it might be scratched. Oh no, if it was scratched, I've rubbed it away. You know, I've been talking about these film reviews or these book reviews. I want to sort of start. I've done that a review of Nobody, but it was kind of a standard sort of second-rate YouTube film review. This film was like this, bit of the trailer, and then this happens, bit of a trailer. I thought it was good. That was all right, but there's so many of that content, so much of that content out there, and by people who can do it a lot better than me, people who've got the time to do it better than me. So I needed something that I can fit into my schedule that offers something new. And I was talking to you about Gonzo reviews. If you know anything about Hunter S. Thompson, he completely changed the face of Western journalism by putting a bit more of the act of doing journalism into the piece. And I'll just do the quick version of this story, just in case you weren't here when I talked about it. So the famous one was when he was sent to cover a motorbike race in the middle of a desert somewhere. And almost the whole piece, almost the whole story is about him getting there, him getting pissed with the other journalists, the madness that went on in the hotel. There's a couple of lines about the actual race. You know, it's all that, and that was Gonzo. But that was like pushed to its logical extreme. You know, and he was known for that. And people would say, well, he was a sports writer, but he wanted to be a novelist, really. So he used this sort of excuse as being a sports writer to just write about his life and the crazy things that happened. However, it did affect journalism as we know it, because as I've explained, when I explained this before, most writers now, the first couple of paragraphs, if they're writing about an art exhibition, it's not unusual. I'm talking about Guardian, Telegraph, News of the World. Is that even still in existence? It's not unusual for it to sort of say, having woken up after quite an heavy night and struggling to get my bacon down, followed by the 7 a.m. underground Piccadilly line into Soho, they will put a bit of themselves into it. And that is the impact, arguably the impact that Gonzo journalism, Hunter S. Thompson, created in journalism. If you go back to journalism in the 50s and even early 60s, it was very much the art exhibition at the National Gallery focuses on the postmodern selection from Van Gogh, blah, 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 blah. Not anything about the author. So Hunter S. Thompson took it to a logical conclusion. Like most things, then the mainstream take a little bit of it, and all that happened. You know what, Cheryl Peters? When I was writing that, I was thinking about you. I was thinking, how's she going to work this one? Because I was thinking, you know, for people who don't know, Cheryl Peters encrypts and encodes her messages with things that I put in the video description, because I know most people don't read them. There was that other fella, I can't remember his name, bless him. I can't even remember what his real name was, the artist who used to come here, but he's all good. He said he just had to not watch the streams because he wasn't getting any work done, but he used to read them. Cheryl Peters, thanks for the donation. My time, your time, this time, that time, always time for ice cream. Oh, that sounds a bit like, what's the film, Coen Brothers movie? Tom Waits is in it. They're in prison. Is that what you're thinking? Oops, all ice cream is not created equal as it moves through time. Very good, very good. Did you like that line though, Cheryl Peters? Difference is the same as it moves through time. I've used that before. That wasn't strictly improvised. It was a line in a thesis. There's the girlfriend. She's gonna be pissed, but she won't let you know that because obviously she knows that I'm lying. Hello? My love, my love. I thought you'd gone to sleep. And now me make video.
Hi, you not call me up?
Now I make video. Say it.
Now I make video.
There you go. Knyom srolang botea Kampuchea klang that. Diamond Island. Clappy. Sorry, love. I didn't call you because I thought you'd gone to sleep. It's very late. I started video late.
How long you finish?
I've just started, so it could be a couple of hours.
Literally, bye.
All right, I'll send you one of them. If you're awake, call me.
Okay, thank you, love. Bye-bye.
Hang on, whoa, do you know something?
Huh?
You want to know something?
I don't know.
I love you very much.
I could sleep dream love.
See you later, love. Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night, love.
Thank you, darling. No, you know what? That's programming me going, oh, she'll be pissed. That's 30 years of having psychotic girlfriends. She's never angry. Well, apart from that minor indiscretion when she slapped me around the face in the bar that time. But thank you, Cheryl Peters. Machano Capricci Patata Tate. So I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. Thank you, Cheryl Peters. So I've been talking about making these film reviews, these literature reviews. You know, I'm not going to limit myself and say I'm only going to make film, I'm only going to review art. But I haven't really worked out, and I didn't really want to contrive it. Right, so you got all that. Now I've got a subscriber and a friend who is as obsessed with spiritualized as I am, and he sent me a little load of films that he recommended. And I thought, you know what? I've been working hard again today. I was working before this morning's stream. I thought I'm going to watch a movie, and I watched it, and I made the review of it while I was watching it. Now, I didn't think, oh, that's what I'm going to do. But as I was watching it, it got to about 20 minutes, and I thought, I don't know if I can watch any more of this. This is hard work. Not as in dull, but I just knew I had an idea where it was going. And, you know, films change the way you feel. And I was thinking, I don't know if I want to go there. And I thought, this is interesting. This is interesting content, how I'm feeling while watching it. So I boshed on the OBS and I said, look, this is going to be a part of a review, but I thought it might be interesting to tell you how I'm feeling 20 minutes into a movie. So I'd done that and just forgot about it. I thought I'd make a review and maybe chop bits of that in later. But of course, 15 minutes later, I had a load of other thoughts. I thought, I'll record that as well. So I started talking about that. Then I started talking about things in my own life that I was identifying with and little stories. And I thought, hang on a minute, this is right up your street. This is how I would review a film. While I'm watching it and bringing my own stories from my own life that relate to what I'm watching into it. And so it's actually about 6 chunks. So after this stream, I'll edit all them together. I'll drop some clips in between them. And that, I didn't contrive it. I didn't plan to do that, but that is how my film reviews are going to be from now on. When I watch a movie, I'll be pausing it, recording my thoughts, and then I'll stick it all together at the end. I am buzzing. Not that it's going to be amazing, not that it's some groundbreaking film review, but it is something different. It is a different way of looking at a movie. And it suits me because it's, you know, I can actually watch a film and get some work done. So I'm absolutely buzzing. I made up. I've got a load of clips for you. We've got some live Guardian hate reading. Yeah, I haven't even read the article, but I've read enough to know you fuckers. So yeah, I made up. Does it show? I've even got a bloody Ovaltine on the go. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, good Lord. Al Mac says, I was addicted to Horlicks years ago. I say addicted. Hello, Al. Hello, Kieran. How are you, mate? Steve Cray's on the firm. He's on the firm. I think he might have done, yeah. What wasn't it? He got sacked from the Mirror for his obviously fake Abu Ghraib nightmare Halloween pictures. I knew a couple of people who had their phones tapped. I think Paul Nichols did and Sadie Frost did. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having your phones tapped? Shocking. Right, let's get the grift out of the way. Well, not the grift. Let's get the doors of griftation wrenched open for the flow of donatiati. But it's good news about Rittenhouse. That's what the Guardian article's about. And of course, do you think they think it's good news? Right, that's that. Bosh, bosh, bingo. Chapasuchi, Carney, Klapatu, Satatan, Filetta, Duty, Jacka. Ian says pissed or pissed. I meant pissed. You know, yes, that one. But she's not. She's not. She can be a bit upset if I'm streaming because that's the last call before bed. It's 12:30 here. There's no way she'll be up at 2:30. I'll send her a heart to say I'm free, but she probably won't wait up for then just to have 5 minutes talking to me. But it's nice to talk to her before she goes to bed. So you know. Well, this is the weird thing, actually, John. She's learning English in my accent. She calls oil. Like so the other day, she was giving me a massage, and she went, you want oil? No, oil. I went, oil? What's oil? And she come back with the olive oil. I went, oh, oil. She went, yeah, oil. I was like, oh yeah. I said, it's actually oil. She went, oil. I went, no, you're all right. Stick with oil. So yeah, she's got some weird estuary English accent. Good numbers. We just hit 100. I'll get the doors of griftation open. Send me your donations. We'll get them out of the way early. That will fill me with monetary excitement and the buzz I'm already on. I'm sitting on a roller coaster. Got a ticket for my destination. Ooh, and all the oars and one night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every place is neatly planned for a poet and a one man. I am really hyper. Right, okay. What are we doing here? Ian says all his Sicilian mates have a Scottish twang. I think it works out quite well. I listen to this. The bird I had an affair with in Thailand, she's in the novel, and I used to say to her, come on. Every time she'd sort of nag me, I'd go, come on. And she picked it up, right? You know, I was seeing her on and off for about 8 years. And so I'd go back there a year later and we'd be talking or something, and she'd go, come on. And then she hooked up with this Australian fella, and she was with him for a few years, but we were having an affair behind his back because he was just a money cow. And I used to have to talk to him because where the hotel I used to, the guest house, Seals Mansions that I used to go to, everyone would congregate around there of an evening. Really nice, people drinking, having a nice time. And I realised that he started saying it, and I thought, no way, he's picked that up from her, who got it from me. And I said it once, and he looks at me a bit weird. He knew that I was fucking her. I made sure he did. Cheeky cunt. Leave her alone. She's not yours. Right. Carl up north has dropped 5-bit. Have you thought of making lockpicking video? What? I made the first lockpicking videos ever on YouTube 13 years ago. Guy on YouTube, lockpicking lawyer. I know these people. The Bosnian Bill, lock noob, Yeah, I know. Carl, sorry, mate, you weren't to know that. It's just a lot of people have been saying this sort of stuff lately. I have made lockpicking videos. I still make lockpicking videos. Yeah. Thank you, Carl, for the donation. I apologise. You weren't to know. But yeah, lockpicking lawyer does very well. Thank you, Carl, for the donation, and please accept my apology. That wasn't aimed towards you. It was aimed towards the last 30 people who've also said it. There you go. That's a fella. I know him. He's a nice bloke. Right, there you go, Gavin. What's a Substack? But that's fair enough. Carl wasn't meant to know. And actually, he suggested it as a good idea. And it is a good idea. But lockpicking lawyers kind of got that market sealed, But I do, I was making lockpicking videos on the internet. I think I've got videos up there from 13 years ago. They're quite funny, actually, because I am absolutely smashed out of my head. All right. If you put this in here, you can do it. Come on, leave Carl alone. He's all right. He's a good lad. We've all made mistakes. Down by Law, Baz was the one. Down by Law was the one I was thinking of. There you go, Pizzle. There you go. That's the new one. Have you ever... I don't like to mix business with pleasure, Carl, because this is fun and pleasure, and business involves a load of other people who've got kids to feed, and I don't want to jeopardize their job. That's why I don't talk about that stuff, that side of my life on here. And I think that's understandable. Come on, get them all out. Come on, give Carl his 5 minutes of sitting there taking it, and then we'll move on. He certainly has, bless him. What a sad story. But there you go. Oh, did I tell you what happened with that? How do you know about that? I must have told you. Have you ever considered moving to Cambodia as the best bit? Yeah, but 42 is talking about a video I made with one of my ex-girlfriends and her massive cans. But she also told me she had cancer, so I'd rather not have the tits, really. Melvin, format, content, name. But Scrubs, can we just remember who was it said that? I think it was on the same page, but he still comes and watches the streams. He's a very generous bloke. So donates like $20 here and there. I don't want to say it was him and not be sure, but I'm sure it was him that said, I like these streams, but if you consider changing the format and the content, that actually happened, didn't it? That someone actually said it, and we were all absolutely cracking up. Average Joe drops a 5-bit. I am enjoying my Dangerfield. Good. That's all I can give you. Nice one. I'll tell you what, Average Joe. Average Joe is one of like the first 10 subscribers. He's been here a long time. There you go. Cheers, Average Joe. There's a little bit of product placement. IPS Cambodia. I think it's IPS Cambodia. IPS Cambodian water. Thank you, though, Average Joe, for that donation. Very nice. Now, because I know I left a bit of overflow of the old Ovaltine in the pan, I'm just going to go and get it. We are the Ovaltine, these little girls and boys. Give it a little jiggle, give it a little wiggle. That's enough sugar to keep me awake for about 4 days, I reckon. It's funny, you go from taking 5 grams of speed on a Friday night to complaining that a cup of Ovaltine is going to keep you awake. Otto, why can't you? Why? Serious question. Have I considered art college? Come on, let's get them out. I feel like it. I feel like Carl's thinking, I don't know about this place now. Hang on, someone just said it. Yes, it was weird, wasn't it? He donated 20 quid. He went, I like these streams, but have you thought about changing the content and the format? Everyone was like, what? New video coming out from Foot Golf on the Podcast Wars as soon as he gets his editor getting it sorted. I think you can get in with a test. And look, listen, my friend, I can't say too much, but it's largely lawless out here, if you know what I mean. SR Chris, no less. Oh, hello. Excuse me. Anyone heard the Romanians hacked the inland revenue and frauded the furlough scheme? I was told from an employee whilst my tax return is going through a security check. Good Lord, never heard anything about that. Have you ever thought about doing stand-up? There you go. Yeah, I think that's the winner. Carl, are you still here? He can take it. It's between me and Carl, but he told me something the other day. Very interesting. Matt says, don't change a fucking thing. I just signed on. I won't. I can't. I'm a one-trick pony. It just so happens to be quite a good, interesting trick. Thank you, Pags. Get down to Dartington. Yeah, we've just had that one. Yeah. Have you ever tried music? Yeah, keep them coming. Start a YouTube channel. Yeah. Rollo says, you write so well, I can smell the sick. Did you read the new one, Rollo? I haven't checked my emails today, so I don't know how many new people have read it. Hello, Crags1, Crags2. Have you ever thought about playing in a band? I've got to say, though, all these things, I've done quite a lot with my life, if you take the skag out. Tech Roach, you lovely bastard. Tech Roach is having a very difficult time in life, really. Not sure I'm going to make it through the night, Chris. What the fuck? You serious? No. This is no good at all. Come on, man. Come on, don't do that. You are going to make it through the night because you made it through last night. Don't give up. Don't let the fuckers grind you down that far, Tech Roach. Don't do that, mate. If you want to Skype me later, email me. I'll send you my Skype address. Come on, man. Come on. Have you been drinking or something? I don't mean that to insult you at all, but that's darkness. Come on, man. Stand up. You can get through this. If you want to Skype me, let me know. Carl says, I haven't had time to read all the Substack, but what I've read is super duper. Nice one, Carl. Yeah, it's a long one. It is a long one. Do let me know, though, Tech Roach. Yeah, that's very good advice. It does go in cycles. Rags says, have I ever considered rage quitting YouTube? I didn't rage quit. I diazepam quit. There's a lot of love for you here, Tech Roach, as you can see. Right, I'm going to Chrissy. What am I doing? I'm getting confused here. Only one to serve says, thank you, Danger Man. Tuck the fruit. Okay, tuck the fruit. I don't know what it means. Well, I've fallen for something. Have I said something I shouldn't have said? Chrissy says this after giving me a donation on Entropy. What did you think of that remix video with Jocko? She sent me a remix video with Jocko. It was excellent. I thought it was excellent. It's too long to play on a stream, but I thought I replied to you. I thought I said, let me have a look. I'm sure I replied to you. Sorry if I haven't. Yeah, I did. There's an audio reply right there. You knew that. Have I ever thought of starting a Twitch backup channel? Here we go. Here we go. T in the chat for Tech Roach. Come on, man. Come on. I can't do anything else at the moment, but that offer's there. And you know. Right. I'm going to show you something very peculiar. A lot of people say, I will do, Richard. A lot of people say not to drink tap water. And out here, I heard that the Japanese paid about the Japanese paid something like 20 million to get the Phnom Penh water system all working. And so apparently you can drink tap water out here, but no one trusts it. This is why I get these barrels, yeah? But check this out. I don't know where this is from. It doesn't say. I'm guessing it's American, but it's quite something. It's a 2-minute video, but it gives me the proper shivers. Check this out.
Articles in mainstream media claim that tap water is good for you, and I'm going to show you the truth. To do this, I'm going to concentrate about 1.5 gallons of tap water. I will boil it until I have only...
So he's put 1.5 gallons of tap water into this big pan and he's just boiling it down, right?
Only half a glass left. This is what is in 1 pot of tap water. This water is now yellow and smells really bad. Look at all these floating particles. You might think these are minerals, so let's boil the same amount of mineral water to find out. This is the result.
Look at that thing on the right. What is it? What is it? That's awful, awful stuff.
Clear water. Now let's take it a step further. I will boil 6.7 gallons or 25 liters of tap water to show you exactly what we're drinking every day. And this is what's left. This is what...
And I drink a lot of water. I drink about 6 liters a day, but not out of the tap. Look at that. What is it?
This water looks like dry. This is what your kidneys have to filter every 2 to 3 weeks. I send this water for a laboratory.
In my case, about a week. All right, we'll take it back a bit because I talked over it.
2 to 3 weeks. I sent this water for a laboratory analysis and the results were very surprising. This tap water didn't even have half of the mineral content of bottled water, so this powder is not minerals. And that's not the worst part. The analysis came back positive for 2 toxic metals.
Oh, lovely. Aluminium. I want a glass of aluminium, love.
Aluminum and lead. Both are responsible for...
Lead? I mean, who uses lead piping anymore? What the fuck? That's awful. I've heard my doctor told me filtered water's dangerous, so Woodlander. He told me not to go near filtered water. Well, Joe, you know what? I think there might be something in what you said there, actually, because my doctor did say, he said, your body has been trained and prepared to drink out of puddles for millions of years. You know, he said, you filter water, he said, you take all the stuff out of it that should be in it. You know, if you filter water enough, it will turn into an acid. Well, this is the other thing, John. I don't know. And, you know, what about the pan he used? But the fact that it went yellow and it's got lead and aluminium in it, lead and aluminium isn't lime scale. There is certainly a bit of scaremongering for sure, but lead is toxic without a doubt.
For brain and nerve damage. Both are mutagenic and carcinogenic. And if you think this is just an isolated local...
I mean, that ain't very nice. That's kind of putting me off a little bit.
Tap water pollution problem, we did this test in Manchester, Florida, Berlin, and Poland, with visibly similar results. When this experiment went viral a few years ago, people started sending me pictures of what their water tests look like, and everywhere it was the same result. Don't think that this dirt comes from pipes or from a dirty pot, and if you don't believe me, do this experiment yourself at home.
Yeah, no thanks. Yes, it's strange, isn't it? When I was upstairs, check this out. When I was upstairs, I've got an electronic toothbrush. When I finished using it, I put it back on the charger. And when I was living upstairs, the charger, where all the sort of water would run down the toothbrush, the charger thing went green. And I had to wash it every few months. And I thought, what's green? Copper, maybe? Copper sulfate? And, you know, I just sort of ignored it. And when I moved down to this flat, it doesn't. I've done nothing different. Same toothpaste, same brushing frequency, but there's no green around the thing. I don't know. I just thought I ain't got time to boil away loads of water. Yes. Oh, so lead isn't carcinogenic at normal temperatures. How interesting. But it can't be good for you, surely, lead. I don't know. You know the man that put lead into petrol, right? The idea was to make it burn at a hotter temperature or something. The man who invented that was the same man who put CFCs into aerosols. He didn't have a great career in his technology. Yeah, but Jeff, he did say that they'd done it in about 5 different cities in different countries. Well, there is that, Mick. Listen, I'm not agreeing with him. I just thought I'd show you it, start a bit of conversation. Right, where are we next? Hello, Bushy. How are you, mate? Right, we're going to get onto the Rittenhouse thing in a minute, but I want to show you something else. It's going to be a bit light-hearted here. I haven't got, well, it won't be when we get onto the Guardian, but, you know. Let's have a look at your friend of mine, Joe Biden, going to sleep and then getting woken up by one of his handlers. It's quite funny. Yeah, hang on a minute. They don't call him Sleepy Joe for nothing. It's only about 50 seconds. Here we go, people. He absolutely kips out. Watch him check out the camera at the beginning. He knows you're being watched. You can't sleep, Biden. Oh.
You are in a position of extraordinary power. You can change forever the trajectory of your life.
There you go. Actually snoring. Oh, wake up. You've got to wake up. The camera's on you. Okay. Look at that face. That face is amazing. And the cheeky bastard. Watch him when he sort of comes around here. Look. Look. Ready? Yeah, yeah. And look at him rub his eyes. It's incredible. That's the face of a man who's just filled his pants. Where did that go? Nice one, Rags. There you go. Let's go. Brandon soiled himself with the Pope. Well, this is what everyone's saying. Apparently, allegedly, it's not a one-off either. Apparently, it's something he does quite regularly. Nice one, Rags, for the donation. It's just ridiculous. I mean, he's not going to make it through the year. So what's going to happen? Is Kamala going to get the gig? What's she doing? Laugh, somewhat cackling away. 144 viewers. Absolutely wonderful. Have you all subscribed to my Substack? Link in the description. Never monetize. Crack it on. Right, I don't want to watch that. Now, can we just talk about this new plan in America where the Inland Revenue, is it the IRS in America? The Democrats, while they're floating all this other stuff about giving illegal immigrants $1 million, this is being floated. They're suggesting this happens, right? While they're doing that, they want to make it so that if you've got more than $600 in your bank account, they can have a look. Can you believe it? What the fuck was that noise? Actually frightened. Yeah, Agista? Yeah, so they've said this as well. If you've got more than $600 in your bank, they want access to your transactions. What? Are you joking? Right, I haven't even done the fucking grift yet, have I? Right, all right there. Lateness. Right, so let me bosh bish binga bang poop. I've got poop on the brain listening to old Sleepy, but that isn't what I was meant to put on there. What's going on here? I'm so excited about this video I'm going to make. When I put this, hello, Philip. When I put this film review together, you're gonna be amazed. Right, here we go. And then I'll stop moving. There you go. Do that. Right. All right, there. This is the grift. You can support this channel by becoming a member of the channel. Top link in the description. You can throw a few quid at it using the super chat, which is the $sign at the underneath the chat there. You can also use Entropy. I've just put the link in the chat. It's pinned to the top. It's also in the description. There you go. I don't expect to get rich from this, but I do appreciate a few quid because I put a lot of time, effort, passion, and research into my 2 streams a day. And there'll be a video going out tonight, which is a good, not gonzo. It's not gonzo film review of a Danish film called The Hunt. It's awesome. It's got my bromance man crush Mads Mikkelsen in it. I better not talk about it. Actually, I'll review the movie and then you'll not watch the video. That Ovaltine has gone far too quickly. Jess says that Biden's too old for this. Jess, he's too old for life. Right. So check this out. Mountain biking. Yeah, it's a modern thing. It's a thing that happens these days. It's all go. Get on your bike and ride, kids. Found some amazing footage of people. Well, I say found. Someone sent it to me. Of people riding essentially converted normal bikes. There weren't really any mountain bikes around in 1979, but it's some lovely old footage in the 70s, and I do like a bit of nostalgia. So check this out. I'm risking a bit of a strike for the music, but we'll give it a go. Matt D, it's a malted good night drink. Do you know what I mean, Mick? That would. I don't moan. I hadn't got to the end of that. Then I thought, oh, that makes sense. There you go. Money where his mouth was. Thank you, Mick. Come on. You know what? Actually, I never moan. I do jest about it, but some streams I get next to nothing. Others I get a little bit more. Others I get quite good. Over a period of time, it balances out nice. I wouldn't still do it if I wasn't getting adequately financially rewarded for the effort and time, because I would, but I'd do like 2 streams a week or something because I'd be working. But no, Scrubs are very generous people and it works out lovely. So I've got no complaints. I wouldn't want people to think I was moaning. If you do think I am moaning, please let me know. Don't bother. Right, here we go. I think I forgot the audio. All right there? I'm so buzzing. That's sugar. Isn't it amazing? I used to do an ½ ounce of crack a day and I've just had a mug of Ovaltine and I'm like, it's too much. How do I, man, get some smack? I need bringing down. Anyway, let's look at some lovely nostalgic footage of 1970s mountain bikers. Let's go.
Clunking is muddy in the winter and is dusty in the summer.
Yeah, man.
It's been estimated that there are probably no more than a couple of hundred clunkers in all of Northern California.
Clunkers.
And this race today featured
Nice
about
one, Martin.
40 of them. This is the fabled Repack Downhill Race.
You're all right,
held
Claude.
for
What do you
3
mean, what the
years
fuck?
running now,
I didn't
and
call you out
organized
for
by
anything.
a veteran
Fuck me.
clunker rider named...
What the fuck is going on today? You're Claude. What did I even say? I didn't even say anything. Right, well, go back because I chatted all over that. Right, clunking. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get these clunkers on. Look at him. He's so 70s.
Muddy in the winter and is dusty in the summer.
Yeah, man.
It's been estimated that there are probably no more than a couple of hundred clunkers in all of Northern California. And this race today featured about 40 of them. This is the fabled Repack Downhill Race, held for 3 years running now,
Mate.
and organized by a veteran clunker rider named Charlie Kelly. Charlie Kelly's
Look at the
organizer of
flares.
this event. Now, how did the Repack get its name? Okay, the way it started was
These old hippies. Look at him.
We used to ride down on these coaster brakes. I mean, we just take an old bicycle and we just take it out here and go run down the hill.
Who
And
said
this hill
that?
is so
Old
steep and,
clunker.
you got to be on the brakes so much that when you get to the bottom with just a coaster brake, one brake on your bike, you're on it so much that it's just pouring smoke out of it. I mean, all the grease, and I kid you not, all the grease is just turned into vapor, you know, and it's just pouring out the back. It looks like you're riding a 250 Yamaha with bum rings, you know, and you got smoke pouring out the back. Anyway, all the grease is gone. It's vaporized, and then you got to go home and repack your HUD. So,
Do you think that all the grease in his bike is actually vaporized? I don't know about that.
the repack. And the repack, right.
Okay.
Most of the
It can be a little bit funny, Kieran, but it's handy because YouTube don't get a penny and their tax of it is significantly lower. But, you know, as it comes, if it doesn't, no worries. Mountain surfing. I like the sound of that.
Racers ride up to the
I remember we went to Betsy Coed mushroom picking one year, me and a mate, and the obligatory 8 for Vash each down the gullet before we climbed up the hill. Dustbin bags full of mushrooms. And of course, once the ash started kicking in, we just went for a wander and we ended up on this big slate, just loose slate. And there was like other people walking around, but they were sticking to the paths. And my mate was just so high. These people come up to us and they went, "You do know you shouldn't be walking on that. It's very dangerous." And my mate went, he looked at me and then he looked back at them. He went, "Did they just say, where's the pigeon hut?" I just cracked. I went, "No, I don't think that's what they said." And then we carried on walking off piste thinking, "Oh, I don't see what the..." And I fell about 150 foot down the loose slate. I must have been going about, it was like a slate bum luge. My bum was the luge and I was tearing down that slate mountain. I'll tell you what, most of the grease evaporated. It was quite something. Natras film review. What about Get Carter? I do like Get Carter, but Get Carter. Would I? You know, the thing is, Graham, I don't know whether you were here at the beginning, but I've got into this new idea of film reviews while I'm watching them. I just tell you what I'm feeling about each sort of 5 or 6 moments throughout the movie. Because I've seen Get Carter a few times, that isn't going to work. It's only going to work for films I haven't seen. So, great movie, but I don't want to just do film reviews because there's plenty of people doing them and better than I can. But this new little angle I've got, I'll edit it up after this video. Loads of hand signals. I'll edit it up after this video. And if you fancy it, you can watch it later, okay? Good. Nice one, Mr. Natras. That's appreciatati. No, I won't be doing... But I don't watch porn. I'm 2 years off. Great movie, The Ipcrest File. We're going to be film jamming unless we're careful. Is that what it is, Carl? Slate screen. It's the old slate mines, isn't it? But because there's loads of it loose... I was just like, no, we'll be fine. God, I was flying. Absolutely. Yes, Steve, that was the one. But the 2012 one, the Danish movie. John says that Biden does hand signals. Yeah, he says, just I'll see you later, much later. Good call. All right, what else have I got for you here? I'll tell you what, I've got lovely Jessica. Lovely Jessie, meet her messy. Tell me what comes between us. Oh, we're going to get onto this Carl Rittenhouse in a minute. That's going to be the big gun. I don't think you're going to get 2 hours out of me tonight, people, because I've done a load of graft and I want to get this film review. I'm very excited about it. Something wonderful is going to happen. Something wonderful. Name that film, people. Something wonderful is going to happen. Something wonderful. If you can get it off of the back of that, I'll give you 20 points because I can't even remember, so I won't even know if you got it right. Let's have a look at this. Oh, that's a bit small. What about that? Jess dropped a 5 stop. Stop! Jess, can I just apologise in person and close up and say I'm sorry to suggest that you gave me a 5 stop? This is what Jessica says. I read your latest Substack at work today. Really got into it. Great stuff. I always look forward to reading them. You know what, Jess? That means everything to me. My writing is the most important thing in my life. It really is. Take that away, I'd be devastated. That's why the migraines have been such a challenge because I can't spend as much time writing as I want to write because I know I have to stop. But when people say they love it, amazing. Man, what a feeling. What a feeling. And also, I know that I don't write stories. I just write words. You know, there's no plot. There's no hero's journey. You won't get any of that old nonsense around here, son. Not a chance. I ain't got time for this bullshit. So when someone actually likes it, I'm like, wow. Thank you, Jess. That's lovely that you said that. Really, really lovely. It means a lot to me. And thank you for the donation as well. Right, what else we got here? Is it time for the Rittenhouse? What's that down there? Don't know about that. Don't know what that's doing on the freaking screen. I don't. A little bit of Salty Cracker. As if you're not subscribed to Salty Cracker, you're missing out. Best streamer on the internet. I'm happy to say that he is excellent. Reaper Man's a great movie. If we get into Lockwood Thexton, we can't film jam though. People just name films. Film naming. Film namer. Namer. Right. It's funny to hear Salty Cracker's take on it, but the best bit is Alec Baldwin at the start. Let me see if I can find the say and search. Let me see if I can find Baldwin when he was pissed. I know people think it was Hasselhoff, but Alec Baldwin done it as well. Here we go. Alec Baldwin, drunk rant to daughter. Oh, fucking hell. I put in Alec Baldwin drunk, and there's like 1,000 different ones. Ah, he's had it removed. He's used his elitist situation and got shot of it. Oh, I can't believe they got shot of it. Oh, yeah, this might be it. Let me just check. Yeah, I found it. So this is legit. This was all confirmed as being Alec Baldwin. It was a phone message to his daughter, and this was confirmed as legit. Hello, Don in Armour. Good to see you. Check this out, because this makes the next video very funny. So this is Alec Baldwin was an alcoholic. I'm not judging him for that. I mean, you tell me whether you think that's true. I'll have another gin and tonic, please. But this is the message he left to his daughter or some shit. Here we go. This is like a supplement to the main feature.
You understand me? I'm gonna really make sure you get it. Then I'm gonna get on a plane, I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna come home. So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm gonna let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
Rude, thoughtless little pig. I mean, in fairness, she might have been. We never got her side of the story. Thank you, Meganizia Sean. Yes, Gibson's had some amazing rants over the years, and weirdly, still got plenty of jobs. Nice one on the donation, Meganizia. Meganizia, what's the film? Have any of you seen Dragged Over Concrete with Mel Gibson? Fucking brilliant, like a modern film noir. Anyone seen Dragged Over Concrete? It's awesome. He makes an absolute... Mel Gibson's brilliant in it. It's the old cop, hard cop, old school cop, decides to fuck it all off and go rogue. And it's like he needs some money for his crippled wife and his daughter who keeps getting harassed by the enrichment. No shit, they do as well. And he's brilliant in it. If you haven't seen it, Dragged Over Concrete or Dragged Across Concrete, well worth a watch. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's well worth a watch. Look what just happened on Entropy, the little buggers. Scores on the doors. It's Loki Larry. He said, figured out Entropy. Enjoy more of the money prost. Money prost. I don't know what Prost is. Are you calling me? Are you suggesting I'm like the writer Marcel Proust? LC350 says Monday nearly done. Monday done, nearly the weekend. Hype. I mean, it is, isn't it? Nice one, the pair of you two, Loki Larry and LC350. It is literally the weekend. If you think about it in a more meta way, and I don't mean Facebook 2.0. Thank you, the pair of you. Thank you for making the effort to go via entre. But yeah, Dragged Across Concrete, Meganizia, and thank you for your donation. It's definitely worth a watch. Oh, Prost means cheers. I should have known that because we had little leather beer mats in my house when I was a kid, and it had cheers in loads of different languages on it. That's how I learned to read. A beer mats. Oh, you've seen it, IR. It's brutal. Yeah, it's a heavy going movie, but very, very good. Yeah, but in fairness, Braveheart is a bit of a, it's for children, isn't it? Nice to see you, Mouse Cat. Say my regards to the missus. Dysphoric Smile is here, saying not yet. Willow Wookie is saying it's a very good film. There you go. John B reckons Alec did nothing wrong. Well, we're going to check him out now. You get to see the footage of him. He says, I'm not meant to talk to anyone about it. And it's like, why are you then? Why don't you just walk away? and his Spanish wife is filming the reporters. Oh, that old one. Well, you'll see it in a minute. I'll show you. When she's filming the reporters, it reminds me of when I used to get chucked out of bars in Soho, but when I was a teenager, not when I lived there. I did get chucked out of a couple when I lived there. But when we used to go up there as kids, I'd get chucked out because I'd just take my trousers down and walk around the bar to make my friends laugh. That literally happened. I just undone the zip and belt and left them around my ankles and my pants to the Americans' underpants and just walked to the bar with a T-shirt and my bum and willy out. And I went, hello, love, 2 pints of Guinness. And I just had these hands just drag me, throw me into the street. And then when I was in the street, all shit-faced with my cock and balls akimbo, I'd go, you can't chuck me out. I write for the Telegraph and I'll tell everyone this place is a shithole. And they'd just sort of backslap me into the gutter. And that's what I was reminded of when I see Baldwin's Spanish Bint filming the reporters. It's like, oh, you got them. You're videoing the reporters. Oh, you well done. I don't know how long you've been in the US of A, but you're allowed to film and that. Anyway, check out the state of Baldwin. And in fairness, after a murder, I can understand why he's having a little bit of trouble. Hello, Rose Gold Ball. There's loads of people over here on YouTube. We've got 150 people over here. But let's see what Baldwin has got to say, and then let's see what Salty Cracker's got to say about what Baldwin had to say. So this is me saying what Salty Cracker's got to say about Baldwin. It's thrice level reportage. Yeah, you don't get that anywhere else but everywhere. Speak, Borders.
I'm not allowed to make any comments.
You just did, you alcoholic. Here we go.
I'm not allowed to make any comments because it's an ongoing investigation. Excuse me. I've been...
Can we just check him, push his missus out the way? But I just want to ask you people, I would just want to have a little look into that body language. Is it a man covering his chest or is it him hiding his gun? I'm sorry.
I'm not allowed to make any comments because it's an ongoing investigation. Excuse me. I've been ordered by the sheriff.
Just again, that's his missus, by the way. That's not media. Look at him. Excuse me. If I had done that to my missus, she'd keep smiling. But when we got home, don't tell me that. Don't say that again in public, please. He's absolutely furious. Apparently, someone just said that he's going to get charged. Thank you, Broken Silence. Thrice-leveled reportage is the best. Anyway, let's get back to excuse me.
Because it's an ongoing investigation. Excuse me.
Right, one more time, but slow down, and then I promise I'll keep it moving. Let's have it half speed. Excuse me.
I'm not allowed to make any comments because it's an ongoing investigation. Excuse me.
Anyway, let's let it play and we'll see what the Cracker's got to say about it.
I've been ordered by the Sheriff's Department in Santa Fe. I can't answer any questions about the investigation.
Stop talking about it then.
I can't.
Hello, Law.
It's an active investigation in terms of a woman dying. They're mortified.
You guys, you know what?
Excuse me.
No details.
Would you do me a favor? I'm gonna answer the question.
Yes, John. Where's that comment gone? Slurs are even more obvious. Yeah, he sounds even drunker. Yeah, it's brilliant. Check out this next one. I'm not going to answer any questions. And then he bitch slaps his wife and says, I'll answer the questions. Check it.
They're mortified.
You guys, you know what? No details.
Would you do me a favor? I'm gonna answer the question. I do know that an ongoing effort to limit the use of firearms on film sets is something I'm extremely interested in. Yeah,
extremely interested in. Were you extremely interested in them a month ago? Have you been campaigning? Have you been getting signatures for the last 10 years? All right, no more firearms on film sets. This is the Alec Baldwin Trust. Ban firearms on film sets. Can you believe he even tried with that? I'm banning guns on film sets. I'm extremely interested in. Why? Why would that be? Is that a sudden decision? Let's have that again because it's too good. Right, here we go. We'll just have that bit where he says, "I'll answer the questions again." Sorry, I could watch this all day. Have you noticed?
They're mortified. You guys, you know what? No details.
But do me a favor. I'm gonna answer the question. I do know that an ongoing effort to limit the use of firearms on film sets is something I'm extremely interested in. Yeah.
Extremely interested in. Yeah. Good. I imagine your solicitor is too.
I don't know where you. But remember, I'm not an expert in this field.
Well, if you need any proof that Alec Baldwin is a straight-up sociopath, we got it for you, boys. We got it for you. This dude who killed a woman last week, he emerged a few days ago, and he was at a Ralph Lauren, and he was exchanging clothing. Now, first of all, you're worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. I don't want to spend anybody else's money, but I figured if you just killed somebody last week, maybe you don't take your slippers and exchange them for ties or some stupid shit like this. Maybe that's not the first appearance that...
I don't even know what that is. I mean, I've obviously watched this video. What is that? A Ralph Lauren clothing exchange? Is that what that is? Can the Americans help me out here? It looked like it, didn't it? It looked like one of those fake ones that puppeteers have, where they've got the actual talking thing here and that sort of fake. Thank you, Andrew. I couldn't quite work out what it reminded me of, but it's the old fake hand. Is that a real thing? I thought he was saying it's like an exchange. Listen to what the cracker says. He says it's like an exchange. Listen.
Millions of dollars. I don't want to spend anybody else's money, but I figured if you just killed somebody last week, maybe you don't take your slippers and exchange them for ties or some stupid shit like this. Maybe that's not the first appearance that you make out in public. And instead of, I don't know, heeding any of the people questioning why the fuck he was going shopping after he just killed a woman, he decides that he's going to run out, get some coffee today, and then stop and talk to the press. That his fake Spanish wife, by the way, is super upset that they're following.
Fake Spanish wife. I'm actually with you, Donning Armour. I'm actually with you. I think we have to be careful. It's like the fake meme that was going around the other day. What was it? We called it out on here, and it was a lie. Oh yeah, that the ADL had made "Let's Go Brandon" a far right hate symbol, and they hadn't. And we need to be careful with that. And Donning Armour, I don't think that Alec Baldwin. I don't know anything about the case, right? I can't see him putting a live round in a gun and shooting the director and trying to sell it off as an accident. You know, he has also got a drink problem, which probably didn't help. And I'm with you, actually, Donning Armour. While that bit of footage is hilarious, the laughter for me is the way he keeps dissing his missus. Did you mind? Do you mind? I'll answer the questions. Not the sort of couple, not the double act that they probably dreamt they were. Do you mind? Do you mind a minute? Hey, shut it. Moslab says, I could. He's a lunatic. Moslab, does Ralph Lauren have clothes exchange shops? Because I got the impression that Salty Cracker was assuming he was taking something in and getting something else for it. I don't understand that. Visionary Companion, if the reporter had mentioned the woman's name, they'd have shrieked, oh, so you're on a first name basis with her. You were not. I was. I don't even know what that means, but I suppose so. I don't know, Mousecat. I don't know about that. I don't think we want to get into a sleepy man bad sort of thing. I think we're better than that. It's called taking something back. Okay, just a normal shop. Okay, fair play. I just got confused. You do, actually. I could see you in a Ralph Lauren shirt. Carl says there's always a possibility a crew member switched to bullet. I don't know enough about firearms. Can blank firing guns fire real bullets? I didn't think that they had I didn't think that there'd be even like a working barrel or anything. That it's because hang on, I heard it was a prop gun. But if you can put live rounds in it and shoot someone, that's just a gun. So I go to Moslab again because he's the man I go to for weapons. Blanks are just bullets without the bullet on them. They're just like the bang, right? But you just fire them in a real gun, yeah? There you go. That's the language. It was a real gun used as a prop, so it's just a gun, right? Okay. But surely you'd not confuse a blank for a real bullet, because a real bullet's got that bit of lead at the end that comes out and goes into the director's head. It's so bad. So bad. Ah, they are interesting. Most prop guns won't fire live rounds, so they just used a real gun then. Well, I've actually heard that. I've heard that you can kill people with a blank firer. Marzi Panello, Ian, he says it was a real gun. The prop gun can be a real gun. The word prop means property of the production. Oh, good, cool. Amazing that you know that. Property of the production. Is that true, Ian? That's amazing. He never checked the bullets. But is it his job to check the bullets? If I was an actor and someone said, "Yeah, this is just a blank firing gun," like, do you reckon Keanu Reeves, who fires off about 500 rounds, probably about 2,000 rounds in John Wick, do you reckon every time he empties those bullets, empties his magazine and makes sure they're... No, you trust people, don't you? But I can't imagine why he'd shoot at the director. The director's not in the movie, is he? He's behind the camera. Oh, we'll have to find out. Right, let's see what The Guardian has got to say about Carl Rittenhouse. Because when I first found out about this, I was very excited. I thought, because Rag sent me a thing saying that the judge has said that you can't refer to the people Rittenhouse shot as victims, right? You can only refer to them as looters or rioters. So this is immediately massively in Carl Rittenhouse's favour. Massively. You know, you can't have the prosecution there going, these victims. No, every time they've got to go, the rioters that you shot, and the jury will be sitting there going, yeah. So you can imagine my... no shock at all. Now, I haven't read this article, but I just saw the headline and it was enough for me to know that we'll have quite a laugh of it. This is The Guardian. If you don't know what The Guardian is, it's the far left communist arse-white shit paper, snot rag from England that didn't make any money for about 200 years, but they still kept pumping the propaganda out. Here we go. The people Kyle Rittenhouse shot can't be called victims, a judge says. Surprised? Surprised? Oh, and this has been written by Akinola. Sounds like something my old man would make if he hit a nail in his hand. Akinola. Anyway, let's see what this impartial review is like. Though he crossed state lines with a semi-automatic rifle. Oh, I wonder whether that was after he was cleaning graffiti or after he was helping BLM rioters who would look like they were injured. I wonder, you know, what part in proceedings was this? I'm sure they'll mention those things, though, and put it into context. Though he crossed state lines with a semi-automatic rifle and shot 3 people, Rittenhouse, look at the dehumanization of this lovely young kid who tried to do his best, was an upstanding young member of his community. Rittenhouse is a kid, for fuck's sake. Rittenhouse has been treated with an alarming degree of grace. This is a leftist newspaper. This is a leftist newspaper that has campaigned to get people out of prison who were put away for rape, who were put away for murder. Oh, can you guess what the difference was? Can you guess why they covered those stories with what I'd call, I don't know, an alarming amount of grace? Difference is Rittenhouse is horrible bastards. This is all you, if you want to tell someone, if you need to explain to someone what makes the left so disgusting and contradictory, unpleasant and basically inhuman, just let them read The Guardian. Let them get a bit of critical distance on The Guardian. They're disgusting. 173 people watching. Lovely. Nice to see you. Rittenhouse. In the midst of the unrest, in the midst of America burning last year. Anyway, in the midst of the unrest following police officers shooting. Look at these cunts. These people are disgusting. So this is an article about Kyle Rittenhouse's court case, right? Look at how they're opening. Look at this. In the midst of the unrest following a police officer's shooting of Jacob Blake, a 29-year-old black man in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year. Oh, hang on. And now we get on to the story. Hang on. What's that top line got to do with it? Is that their gonzo? What is that? I mean, listen, I'm asking you. This isn't rhetorical. Is that incident connected with the Rittenhouse shootings? Is it? Seriously, does anyone know? They've just dropped that in there. A black man got shot. A black man got shot. Remember that while you're reading about this white man who carried a gun? Because the police were white men who carried guns as well. No context, no explanation of what happened when Jacob Blake got shot. Fucking incredible. Kyle Rittenhouse, a 17-year-old boy from Illinois, shot and killed 2 anti-police brutality protesters and wounded a 3rd. Hang on, I thought they were chasing him and like threatening to hurt him. They got him on the ground, didn't they? He's gonna. I reckon he wins this case. Self-defense, isn't it? On video, he shot and killed 2 anti-police brutality protesters. Was that the march? No more. Yeah, okay. What about the fires in the background? Shut up. This is a Guardian. This week, the presiding judge in Rittenhouse's trial has decided that the men that Rittenhouse shot cannot be called victims during the trial. It's a great start. It's a fantastic start. Oh, they smashed him in the head with a skateboard. Great. There you go. That's what I thought. He was protecting local store owners from the rioters that were burning, looting, and murdering. Exactly. Absolutely ridiculous. Hello, Rise, all right? Nice to see you, mate. Despite purposefully, yeah, he wanted to help. Despite purposefully crossing state lines armed with a semi-automatic rifle, Rittenhouse has been treated before and after the act with an alarming degree of grace. Oh, hang on a minute. Who made the Guardian the arbiters of how much grace you can? You're not the judge. It's fucking. It's because he's white. It's because he's white. Do you reckon they ever said that Lord, King and Saviour Floyd was treated with an alarming amount of grace? Do you reckon they ever said that? Because as far as I could see, he fucking was. No, of course he didn't, because there's one difference. Rittenhouse's case is about a lot more than just one-armed vigilante seeking to protect the status quo at the expense of human lives. I can't believe that. Rittenhouse's case is about a lot more than just one-armed vigilante seeking to protect the status quo. They don't believe that. The writer does not believe that. No way. This is pure activism. It is about an entire system. I don't know. Systematic systems of systematic racism or something. I don't know. It's about an entire system that pushed him into violence. Check this out. Oh my days. This gets better. In August 2020, Rittenhouse and other white men and other white men. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How did we end up here? How comes they'll always when they reported about those 4 Indian kids pissing on some black girls, they were Indian, but the journalist in the Guardian didn't keep calling them Indian, these brown men. Oh, quite the contrary. The journalist said, we shouldn't see this in a lens of race. We should see this as them enacting whiteness. So if you're Indian, you're enacting whiteness. But if you're a white man, you just get called out. They were white. In August 2020, Rittenhouse and other white men answered a call to action by a former Kenosha City alderman for the formation of a militia to take up arms to defend Kenosha. You know, aka Second Amendment rights. Look, from the evil thugs. Yeah, that sounds about right. During the evening of the shooting, the presence of this militia was supported by local police officers. I'm surprised they didn't say they were white. Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe they weren't. Maybe their narrative came crumbling down there. Bastards. Who offered them water and affirmations saying, we appreciate you guys. We really do. So this kid who was cleaning up graffiti went to protect people's businesses that they spent their lives working on to feed their family, put their kids through university, put food on the table. When he went down there, the people that got him down there said, we appreciate you guys, we really do, because there's riots going on. And this cunt is trying to make that out to be a bad thing. That he's put that in as if everyone's going to go, oh, and Guardian readers will go like that. Oh, God, they said they really appreciate it. I mean, what is this? This is like an apocalypse. No, it was an apocalypse before Rittenhouse got there. Let's remember that. I mean, the author of this piece seems to be somewhat ignoring that side of things. Good Lord. I don't think I can read any more of that. It's just too disgusting. I tell you what, I reckon that he'll get off for this. I reckon it's blatant self-defense from what I saw. Rubbish. Yeah, exactly, John. It's madness. The judge, here, look at this last bit here. It's not the last bit of the article, but there's the last bit I can handle. The judge has given Rittenhouse's defense more room to maneuver while blocking some damning evidence against Rittenhouse from entering the case. This evidence includes a video of him expressing a desire to shoot people that he thought were looters, and photos of him posing with the far-right organisation, the Proud Boys, who used Rittenhouse's name to promote a rally in Portland. Oh, would that be the rally where they were trying to draw attention to the case because it was ridiculous? And you've also forgot to mention, mate, that many of the Proud Boys, including the leader, are BAME, a black and minority ethnic. While we're on the subject of minority ethnic, I think you'll find globally that's white people. But, you know, carry on with your poison. Your time is nearly up. Bye-bye. Fuckers. Absolute fuckers. Oh, without a doubt, Pags. Without a doubt. But Rittenhouse walks, more riots, more Rittenhouse. I mean, what are you going to do, you know? And then at the end of that, they try and get on the grift. I tell you what, Guardian, no. Right, I think I might have something else for you. I'm going to have to knock it on the head shortly because I have got some work to do, and it's 20 to 2 in the morning. But I'm sure I have got one more thing for you. It's a good bit of news. We won't watch the whole video, but it's a good bit of news. So don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my Substack, I write short stories. There's 14 in the archive now. I'll never monetize it. Link to my Substack in the description. I'll pop it in the chat now. Nice to see 170 of you here. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's totally free. If you like reading stories from the rotten underbelly of my past, get yourself down there. Let me just find this. That link is now in the description. It's that. Let me find this video for you. Oh, there's an easier way of finding it. So if you don't know, Gavin Bobby is a mosque buster, and he said there's about 70 applications for mosques every year in England, and he has currently won. I think last time I talked to him, he's been on this channel a few times. I think he'd won something like 70%. Now, when they turn a building into a mosque, it's essentially a castle. It's a fortress, and then they snag up the area with parking. They make it unlivable in the area, and then they literally turn up at people's houses with carrier bags of cash and say, "Sell us your house because no one else is going to buy it. Not in our area." When a mosque is built in an area, it's a disaster. If you want to know more about that, go to Gavin Bobby's channel. I'll give you the link. Old Big Balls Bobby is doing great work, and I'd also like to add that he's almost fully funded almost by this lot here. Because when he come on this channel, he was getting about 70 quid a month, and after coming on this channel, he was getting about 700 quid a month. And he said, he come back on, he said, what that money has done is allow me to make a machine that goes and finds these applications that councils try and hide away, and then take them into court and stop it happening. And he's got about a 62 to 70% success rate. I can't remember exactly, and I don't want to misquote him. Nice one, Andrew French. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Thank you. But massive respect to the scrubs, because do you remember when he come on, he said, that money has allowed me to make a machine. And I said, wow, what kind of machine is that? And he went, no, I meant like, oh, don't worry. And I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. But he's had thank you, Andrew, for that. Much appreciated. But he's had another success. Kieran Laverty says that Brandon Lee died from the same thing, filming The Crow. And you're right. Brandon Lee died on the set of The Crow, didn't he? I didn't know it was. I didn't know that it was from a fire. I didn't know it was the same thing. Basically, that's the easy way of saying it. But that's interesting. Thank you, Kieran, for that donation. He says this. Bosh. He says, Kieran Laverty, Brandon Lee died from the same thing, filming The Crow, shot by a live round from a prop gun. Nice one, Kieran. Much appreciated, mate. Also, you might know Mossbuster Gavin Bobby. He was the one that got rid of the one that they were trying to put up at the Trocadero in Piccadilly, which was a symbolic place to build a mosque. You know, the Trocadero at Piccadilly, the centre of London's West End. And he had to keep it under his hat for a while, but it was Bobby's lot that got shot of that one. Rag says, check your fucking Telegram, you tit. Nice one, Rags. Keep it sweet, keep it calm. What am I going to Telegram for this time? I've just played that one. What are you sending me? What one is it? What one is it? What one do you want me to show, Rags? I don't know what one you want me to show. Oh, my days. I want to talk to you. Hey, the English Lloyd. I was going to talk to you. How amazing. And you know what? I thought I don't want to write him an email because they'll think I'm just sort of, hello, how are you? But I wanted to ask you a question. So did you see Trump, Donald and Melania Trump at the game doing the tomahawk chop? Yeah? And all the fans do it, apparently. Apparently it's their signal. And I've seen loads of white liberals saying this is so offensive to native Indians. And I just wanted to ask you, is that to people on your reservation, to your family? Serious question. I just can't imagine that anyone would give a fuck about it. And under the tweet on Twitter were loads of Indians, Native Americans saying, we don't care, go Trump, let's go Brandon. It was just, they were just all fully in support of him. The English loyalist says this, at work, usually I watch after the stream since I'm at work more. Have a good stream, and to all the scrubs, hoit, I am gone but not forgotten. No, you are not forgotten, my friend. Fucking lovely to see you. Nice one for the 10-bit as well. But is that offensive to you? Is that offensive, the tomahawk gesture? I know the answer. It's ridiculous. I'll have to get it up on Twitter for the next stream, and there's so many Native Americans underneath it just going, go Trump, let's go Brandon. Oh, I think he's gone already. What a shame. Nice one, my friend. Absolutely not forgotten. Oh, that's cheered me up. Good to see him. Right. Let's have a... Rags, what did you want me to show? We've moved on. We've moved on from bloody... What's his name? I can't even remember his name now. The film set murderer. Right, have a look at this. This is Big Balls Bobby. We'll only play a little bit of it, but he's had another result. Check it out.
Hello, I want to tell you about a mosque battle which I've won recently in Bedford. I want to tell you a little bit about the application itself, remind you what it was for and why I think we won, and also celebrate 10 years of my doing this.
He's been on it. I just spat everywhere. He's been on this lark for 10 years and he has stopped loads of mosques being built. And believe me, if you want to know the ins and outs of this, go to his channel and he'll tell you why the building of a mosque, which is first of all usually, no, it's just a reading room. Then it's a community centre. And then a year later, there's thousands of people praying in the streets and the whole town is snagged up. All the businesses closed down. Windows start getting put through, things start getting put through letterboxes. Everyone can afford it moves out, and everyone who can't has to put up with a hell of a lot of strong diversity. Bobby is a hero. And what if you don't know this, I know that most scrubs do. Most of what he does, you'd think he'd go in and say what I just told you then, but that doesn't work. What he does is clever. He goes in and he talks about things like parking and how it will congest the area and there's no adequate parking. Really clever stuff. I mean, he's I think he was a barrister, but he's a trained legal operative.
Okay, let's start with the application. If I go to the application itself, if I do this, then there you can see the application. Proposed change of use to a place of worship and community centre at 125 to 127 Midland Road.
Look at that there, look. Status decided, refused. And they know this is happening. You know, they used, 10 in the chat for 10 years of Bobby's mosque busting. He said that they know that this is happening. They used to have it easy. We want to build a mosque here. We want to build a community centre. Yeah, crack on. But now Bobby's on the firm. He said there has been a noticeable decline in the amount of applications because it costs some money to apply. You know, they have to pay for these applications. And when Bobby turns up at the meeting, they're like, oh, balls. Big balls, Bobby. Go on, son.
In Bedford. And that was refused permission on the 25th of October. The application itself was to turn this building here, if I show you this on Google Earth, to turn it into a mosque. They always say community centre. Bingo. This one's another community centre. No, it's a mosque. That's what they wanted to do. So that if you see that that building.
There you go. Look, my boy Tom could use this geezer's expertise around our way. The situation you are describing, I have watched happen and destroy my hometown. Yeah, I mean, it's military tactics. They build a fortress and then they take the town. And Gavin will tell you that all day long, because like you say, this has been demonstrated countless times. Shocking. I'll have to email him. I'll send him a happy 10 years from the Scrubs.
There, that one right on that roundabout, that was the Athena Palace Greek restaurant.
So they want this building on this roundabout. Now, what's your average mosque? I don't know, but let's say 400 people at a guess. Can you imagine the traffic? Where are they going to park? All up these people's roads. This is what they're after. This housing estate. That's what they want. They don't give a shit about the mosque. They want all these houses. And once you've got these houses here, oh, you can't see. This is where they want to build it, right? Once they've got these properties here, then they get these properties here. And when they get those properties, they get these properties. And bye-bye to that town.
Wanted to turn it into a mosque with no parking, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roads, 5 exits coming off that busy roundabout along that road, Midland Road, and going along there.
Hello, Planet
That's
X.
An arterial route. Okay, let me do this, and you can get a look at the location. So
he's a good-looking chap, isn't he, Moslab? He's well turned out, well presented, and you're right. The old Barnet there, the old silver fox. He wears it well. Philip is Philip, of course, because I don't want to say too much, but sure, yeah. His name is Gavin Bobby. I'll put the link to his channel in the chat in a moment. But this is quite interesting, where he shows you how it's all going to work.
Zooming in, there's the roundabout. Right on the roundabout, that is the Athena Palace there. That building that was going to be turned into a mosque.
Look at that lovely old
planning permission.
Look at that lovely old building. Look, lovely. Look how fucking big it is. Look, that goes right down there. Look, goes right down to here. Can you see that? It's that whole corner. I mean, that's going to fit 1,000 people. And exactly where are they all going to park?
Now I want to go back to the refusal notice. So here's the application again, and further information. If I click on that tab, the lady who decided it was Rachel Duncan. She's the planning officer, the case officer. She did a reasonably good job, a little bit milk and water, but it was enough. The basic message is that this refusal was strong enough to mean their plans for this place are over. They're not going to get it in future. I don't think they'll get it if they go to appeal. It could have been tougher, could have been stronger. But this is a tendency that I noticed with applications when I...
Carly said that before as well. Another one, a prayer room. That's the other one. And then it's a mosque. And once the mosque is... There's this thing where apparently if you've had a prayer room that you use as a mosque for something like 2 years, then you've got it. Then you can just build a mosque. So that is another weird thing they do. The English loyalist. I really don't care about the Indian chop. I thought it was quite funny. I thought you might, weirdly enough. I mean, why not? He is promoting American Indians. Leftists are taking us out of the American culture. Amazing. Yeah, it's nonsense, isn't it? What I don't like is the fact that they're speaking for you and your people. If American Indians want to complain, and some might, I don't know any of them. I know you, but surely they'd complain. I can't stand seeing these liberal blue check marks on Twitter going, how dare orange man, racist, Indian chop. Fuck off. Just they don't need you to look after them. They've survived quite a lot. Fucking awful. Nice one for answering that.
Started doing this 10 years ago. What local authorities would do is just wave through mosque applications. Muslims want a new mosque. We don't want to get into trouble. You can't get fired granting them planning permission. You can only get fired if they start complaining about you. So let's just wave through these applications. That meant, ironically, it was a lot easier to oppose them 10 years ago because they weren't prepared for any opposition. They just assumed, well, it's a mosque application. Let's just grant it planning permission on the quiet. And then someone like me comes along. They can't do it on the quiet anymore. And they're dealing with serious opposition. They didn't know how to handle it. And that was obvious at the time. Now what they're having to do is to justify their decisions and to look at reality. And there are signs in this refusal, that is what they have done.
There you go. They're starting to learn. I'll give you the link to that video, and you'll obviously be able to find the rest of his videos. It's very interesting stuff. He's a really good bloke. I'll get him on again soon. We'll have another chat with him. But he's been doing good work for a long time. There you go, people. There's a link in the description. Now, I think I might have had one more little thing for you. I can't go on for much longer. I've got things to do. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. I'll have to get it. Hang on. Let me just. Hang on. Oh, I can't find the right bit where it'll be here all night. Hang on, people. We'll fuck that over. Still. Okay, there's that. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Right. Thank you to Rags. Thank you to Moslab for looking after the place. Thank you to everyone who donated. You've still got a couple of minutes if you want to do that. It would be much appreciated. Thank you to everyone who already donated. Very kind of you all. Thanks for everyone who joined in the chat. If you don't provide chat, I've got nothing to work with. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope you have. I'll be streaming again at about 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning UK time. If you haven't subscribed to my Substack, link in the description. I'll never monetize it. There's loads of stories in the archive. Get yourself down there. The new one I put out is awesome. And we will go out in the usual way, Bally G Mumford, with a tune that we haven't heard in a while. See you later. Bang. Fade out the other song. Ta-da, everyone. Night, Charlie. Yeah. Have you got audio?
Tell your daddy you're fighting good. Feel the glory he said you would. Tell your mama you're coming home. Over all of that deafening drone. But you realize you've been sold when you feel the enemy's
cold hard steel. Yeah.
Feel the dawn of your final day. Feel the fear and go anyway. Get a ride in that big black plane. Kill your conscience along your brain.
Cheers, Steve. I was a bit worried, mate.
But you'll realize you've been
sing along.
When you feel
the enemy's cold hard steel. Yeah, for the recent lot. Yeah, well happy with that. Thank you, everyone. Cold hard steel. Yeah, Jeff. Oh, this solo's amazing. Will do, Coolio. I'm on it. Yeah. Oh. Do whatever they tell me to.
Tell yourself it ain't really you.
Tell yourself it ain't really you.
When the slaughtering has begun.
Yeah, King Corona. Here we go.
And you realize you've been so.
When you feel the enemy's cold hard steel. Good night, Cheryl Peters.
Cause the wheels already been rolled. When you feel the enemy's
cold hard steel.
Oh Lord. Yes, you'll realize you've been sold. When you feel the enemy's cold hard steel. Oh Lord.
Yeah, if he wants to talk, I'll talk.
When you feel the enemy's
cold hard steel. Oh Lord. Here we go. Nice one, my boy Tom. Yes, no cap. Bye bye. Nice one, John. Oh yeah, man, all over the place, mate. Love it. Good Lord. When you feel the enemy's cold, hard steel. Ah. I will see if I can get hold of Tech Roaches up to him if he wants to talk, though. You can lead an horse to water, but you can't make him drink. He's been going through a hell of a lot lately. He's been telling me by email, and it's life's hard sometimes. But I'll see if I can make contact, and we'll see what happens there. People, 9:30 to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Sign up to my Substack, will you? Even if you don't fucking read them, it's good for the algorithms. But read them, because it's good for the mind. See you all later. Much later. Go on. Out.